The world of smart locks to your home became very advanced in the last few years. And to be honest, a few years ago, I would never thought to put a smart lock in my home because I thought that the tech was not advanced enough. It was easy to break it and get into your home, and I wasn't sure about it. But 2 or 3 years ago, I won a smart lock to my home from an influencer on Instagram, and that made me say, let's put it and see what I think. And I must say that this video came from the question, should you get a smart lock to your home? Because again, I'm sure that if you are here, you are thinking about buying and purchasing a smart lock to your home, and you are not sure if you should do it or not. And I'm going to try in this video to help you understand if it's a smart idea or not. I'm not going to talk specifically about the brand that I bought because there are a lot of brands, there are new models that come out every month, and I don't think that it will be wise for me to talk about it in such a narrow level, but I want to talk about smart locks in general in order for you to understand, no matter if you're watching it a day after I recorded this video and uploaded it or 2 years after I did it, if you will be able to understand if you should buy it or not. Now let's talk about the first thing. The first thing is the installation. It really depends on your door, the model of your door, the system where you live, the country where you live. Each country is different. I know that in the US the locks are very simple and small, so it's one thing to change the lock, but where I live it's a bit harder and you need to know what you're doing and it's not that easy. So you need to understand before you purchase a smart lock, is it suitable and will it fit your specific lock? Now there is that part inside your home where you can close and open the door that you need to make sure that this part fits, because if it will not fit in most models, you won't be able to install the lock. After you realize you can do it, let's talk about owning a smart lock. Now, a smart lock really changes the way you think about keys because you won't need your keys anymore. A few days after I got the lock, because in the beginning I was a bit afraid to get outside of my home without it, I am not carrying my lock with me. I never had issues with that, meaning I was never locked out and I'm not afraid to do it. The only exception to that is when I go out with my car, then I have a spare key of my door in my car keys. That way, if I go outside of my home for a few days, the battery is dead or something happens to the lock, I will be able to get in my home. It really is a game changer. When you think about not using your keys anymore, not carrying them with you, not needing to think about them, not being afraid of losing them, it really is a game changer. Now that takes me to the second thing. The second thing is that there are a few issues with owning smart lock. You need to make sure that you, first of all, of course, remember the password. You need to make sure that no one tries to break it, because then it will be sad and you'll be locked, meaning there are two parts. There is the part where it's installed in the lock system, and there is the part where you are pushing the keys, the code, in order to get inside. If someone tries to break it, then it will be an issue if you don't have a spare key. The other thing is the battery. You need to make sure that the battery is full enough so it won't die in the middle of you using it or when you want to use it. So yeah, those are the three things that I will be thinking about really carefully, and ask yourself, are you willing to do it? I know that today there are models, more advanced models, that you can actually charge them via USB-C. You can take out the battery and charge them, and that's something that is really amazing, that you don't need to buy batteries. Here I have all the dead batteries that I used in the past. Most of them are from my lock, and yeah, you need to have a lot of batteries because again, you need the battery set for the keypad of the password, and you need another for the lock itself. I would recommend that you buy a lock from a good brand. Nowadays they are not that expensive, so you don't need to buy something from AliExpress. I love AliExpress, but I don't believe in buying something so important for your home from AliExpress. You can buy something from Yale, like the one I have, the models I have. There is a SwitchBot which is supposed to be good. There are a lot of brands that are good and reliable that you don't need to be afraid. Again, this is the entrance to your home, so you don't want to be cheap here. Something that I really like about the smart lock is the fact that you can give access to specific people. For example, when my son was born, when he was 5 months old, we had a nanny that came every day to take care of him while me and my wife were at work. And we didn't want to give her our password. So what we did is in specific times, she had her own password that would work. If she would have tried to get inside the home in days that she is not supposed to be at home or in hours that she's not supposed to be here, it won't work and it will notify us that she is trying to do it. This gives you a possibility to give people that you don't want to have access to your home all the time to get inside your home. For example, me and my wife, we had an emergency a few years ago that we had to go from our home to my wife's mother, my mother-in-law's home, and I needed a few things, so I asked a friend that lived near my home to go inside and take a few things and bring it to us. And that was amazing. Without it, I would have needed to go and give him the keys or go by myself and take it and bring it to the home where I was. And with the lock, I just gave him the key and that's it. Another scenario that it was useful is when in those days that we weren't at home, there was a friend of my wife that needed to stay somewhere because she broke up from her boyfriend. So we just did some kind of an Airbnb to her and we gave her the access. She's a good friend, so we gave her our own password. We weren't afraid that she will do something, and yeah, she stayed for 2 weeks in our home with the password. So all those things really make a smart lock something that is a game changer. Again, before I got it, I wasn't sure if it's worth the money, but nowadays I know that if my lock will break, or now I know that there are a few models that have new things like fingerprint reader and a face reader, all those things, I still need to check if they are reliable enough, if they will work good enough, or if there are still improvements that need to be made. But if I will see that they are good, I will probably upgrade in a year or two, because my lock is good, but the battery doesn't last very long and I need to take care of it. And I would love to have something new that I know that I can just take out the battery, charge it, put it back, and that's it. And all those cool features. So should you buy a smart lock? In my opinion, yes. There is no reason why not to. If you live in a place that is super sketchy and you know that there is a high chance that someone will try to break it, so maybe no. But for other people, if you are living in a normal area and you just want to enjoy a keyless life, then that's the way to go. Having a smart lock is a very good thing. I really recommend it and you should go and try it yourself. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. I'm gonna do this kind of series where I talk about specific products and should you get them or not. If I have a specific recommendations, again, I have a Yale lock. I know that there are other models. I will put them down in the description. And if you have any questions or other products that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments below. Bye.